This is a serious question that a lot of people we've been debating it here for weeks now. Do we have genocide, Christian genocide in Nigeria?
How do you define a genocide? Okay, so genocide takes two forms, planned, strategic killing of people of a particular race or ethnic identity or other identities because of the nature of the identity. So if you make an onslaught, and that's why people are saying, okay, maybe what's going on in Gaza is genocide or not. So the debate is around, is there a intention to wipe out, to kill Gazans because they're Gaza people? People have also extended genocide to deal with mass, displacement of people. So you can talk about social genocide, to wipe off the people, to displace them from their homeland, to erase their ethnic identity and rootings. What's happening in northern Nigeria, I would put this way, is a state-backed mass violence against northern Christians. So even if we don't want to tag genocide because of undertone, many people will be strong on genocide, some people will be strong. But let me, as an intellectual, try to say, even if you say that the Nigerian government itself is not intent on total wiping out of northern Christians, there is a containment doctrine, effort with the complicity of Nigerian state, historically, not just Tinubu Nigeria, historically, to allow, tolerate, and conceal mass violence against northern Christians because of their identity, ethnic and religious. And this is interesting because in 2001, I guess, yes, I did a conference. There was a conference in the US on at the Holocaust Museum on what they call near genocides. And Biafra was one of it. And I did a paper I titled Ethnic Dissension, the making of the Biafran near genocide. It's published, it's still on the website of the Social Science Society Council of New York. It's a book. And I did a chapter. One of the things I said is, it might not be genocide because at the end of the day, Nigeria did not want Biafra to leave. I mean, it was a funny, ironical thing. They were killing Biafrans, but when they want to, they say, don't go. Unlike Rwanda, when they want to chase them away. So Biafra, they didn't want to chase Biafra away. But it was a determination to contain, marginalize, and structurally, reduce, suppress the Biafrans. I said something about northern Christians because, and again, this is a second dimension, and it's in Senator Cruz's petition and proposed bill. People forget the issue of blasphemy and the fact that in 2000, in my view, constructively, the 12 northern states in Nigeria became Islamic republics by virtue of enacting criminal Sharia into law. One is the only person who have made this argument strongly, that the state cannot, by virtue of Section 10 of our Constitution and Section 39, you cannot legislate public law, Sharia as public law, as criminal law. And in 1957, by the way, historically, the Northern region organized a committee led by Professor Anderson of University of London, the leading expert on African law at University of London. And members included the chief imam of India, I think Pakistan. They were part of that team. And their charge was to look at how independent Nigeria, northern Nigeria, whether they should have Sharia law. That team of eminent scholars and Islamic jurisprudence recommended that Nigeria should not have a criminal Sharia. 1957. They should only have personal Sharia as a personal law, custody, marriage. In 1959, this is 57, 59 Constitutional Conference in London, this matter came up again. As we're entering into independent Nigeria, what should be the nature of state and religion, especially regarding Islam and Sharia? The confreries agreed that we should exclude criminal Sharia and allow personal Sharia. That became our constitutional, I call it the Nigerian constitutional bargain. The Nigerian state was erected on that bargain, that the average Muslim could have Sharia regulated private, just like a Christian, private life. But there will be no criminal Sharia. And that was why in Nigeria section 36 has a section that says that nobody shall be punished for a crime not written in law. Because Sharia was unwritten, just like customary law. In your village, maybe if you piss in a day near a farm, they can give you 10 strokes of cane by customary law. But anybody who does that, you can go to court. You can't, criminalize or punish anybody for little offense. That was Nigeria constitutional bargain until 2000. In 2000, something happened. Sharia was declared in Zamfara, became wildfire, and they now enacted the law, the Sharia criminal law system, the code, and that means they rewrote that constitutional bargain to now put in criminal. So the Nigerian states, Zamfara, Kaduna, but all the northern states, have, by their law, actually enacted Quran, Sharia, into the legal system. And they have become Islamic republics. They won't like this. Nobody likes to hear this. But that's the truth. That's the legal meaning. So when we look at genocide, whether Boko Haram is killing only Muslims and Christians, that's true. That may be true that, we don't know the proportion. But the point is that by legislating Sharia, these states have declared themselves Islamic republics. So Nigeria is now two republics. That's inconsistent. Two republics. The Federal Republic as a secular and the Islamic Republic together. And that's why you can go and kill somebody for blasphemy. And that's why a Muslim, the guy who's facing trial, who was killed, the woman who was killed in Niger, is apparently a Muslim woman for infringing. Because if you look at the constitutional section 39, what it suggests, or 38, is that every Nigerian can change their religion. But under Quran, under Sharia, you cannot change your religion. So Nigerian leadership is toying with inconsistency and contradiction. So I see more of the northern Christians becoming second-class citizens. So there is unequal citizenship. If your state can enact a criminal law, public law, on someone else's religion and not on your own. These are the dimensions that people are not bringing out. So yes, there is organized, the Nigerian state is guilty. And I've told northern Christians, I say, I'm ready to go to court for them. I don't want to talk about the contradictions they are suffering in terms of having, strong pushback against the Nigerian government. I think the northern Christians are victims of sustained historical violence by the Nigerian state. Whether you call it genocide or some kind of ethnic cleansing, but there's no doubt in my mind there's a historic pattern of state-sanctioned, state-concealed, and state-authored